Hello, welcome back to Gvidon Tabletop Football. Now, firstly, apologies, there hasn't been much content over the last couple of weeks. Just so we're all on the right sort of time frame, what happened is I did a Gvidon League match. That was probably about three and a half weeks ago. That was match 1 of Gvidon League 2025. Then I went on a holiday, so I wasn't doing anything. Then I came back and I had a week where I was the plan was I was going to edit some of the videos that I made whilst I was away. And then in the week just gone, I was going to crack back on with Gvidon League. Now, there's been a couple of hiccups to that. One of them was, and you might be able to tell this in my voice, straight after coming back from the cruise, so 36 hours after getting off the boat, I started developing a cruise cold. So basically, if you don't know what that is, if you get 5,000 retirees on a boat coughing and spluttering all over everyone, poor little victims like me end up catching their viruses. And that's exactly what happened to me and exactly what happened to one of my cruising compatriots as well. So I had to suffer that whilst I was editing those last videos. And then last week, when I was going to get on with some Gvidon League, it was incredibly warm in England. We had a bit of a mini heat wave. So if you're from overseas, I know you're probably used to different temperatures, but basically down here in Bristol, it was getting around this sort of 30, 31, 32 degrees centigrade kind of weather, which, off the top of my head, is, what's that in Fahrenheit? I can't even see. Is that about, I think that's about 80, is that 82 to 85 Fahrenheit, something like that. I couldn't quite see that without my glasses on. So that's quite warm. And then inside here, it meant that heat was increased. So it was getting on for like 35, 36 degrees in here. There's no way I can do a Gvidon League match in that temperature. I wouldn't last 5 minutes. Anyway, so that's what's held us up, but we are back to it now. So temperature's cooling down. I do want to crack on with them because before the end of July, I want us to be on target this year. So have at least sort of match 10 done. And then that sets us up nicely going into the autumn. So those matches will be coming up very, very soon. But first, I do have the last chapter in that cruise holiday where I managed to get in another couple of visits to football clubs that weren't playing on the day. Seems to be on my thing. Go to a football club and wander around because there's no matches on. Anyway, let's check that out, because it was slightly different for Norway because of the weather.
Hello and welcome to a sunny Haugesund. Hello and welcome to Horgenbannen, I think. Now, I know nothing about this place and I can't get in. I was literally walking past and it cropped up. So I'm going to try and find a few bits and pieces of information about it and put them on the screen.
Okay, hope you enjoyed that. That is the last of the holiday football stadium visits, call them what you like. So we will be, in the very next video, cracking on with business as usual, if you like. So I want to get match 2 of Gvidon League done, which, if I remember rightly, it's been so long, I think is it Bristol Rovers versus Bohemians, something like that, or Chigwell versus Bohemians? I'll work it out by then, or I'll probably put it on the screen here. So we're going to get on with that very, very, very soon indeed. Hey, let's carry on as normal. All right. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Hope I get better soon. Up the gas.